So good afternoon, everyone. Just wait. We have some problem, so I'm just loading the files. So we have been discussing certain aspect of inorganic chemistry, where we have been discussing the aspect of a certain polymeric substance. Okay, good afternoon to everyone. So now we are looking into other dimension of the concept, that is acid base concept is your new topic which we will study today, introductory part of the acid base concept. So we are going to have the discussion about this concept. Just wait. So this is an important concept because one has to look into the various aspects of the chemical species, which seems to be very important. These are important because of the simple reason that we explore these chemicals at various platforms, and the and what we are now just discussing the issue, that issue is that these chemicals is defined by various concepts as acid and base. Okay, so you have to have certain aspect that should be taken into consideration, that how the single concept cannot define acid and base as such, but they have to have certain concept that we have to must take into account when we use to define certain property of a substance. Okay, so that property has to be cannot be explained by a single concept. For that we have to consider certain other aspect also. For that purpose the different concept has been introduced. Okay, so this has been introduced by different theories, that what may be the acid, what may be the base. Okay, so in that way we have to define the things. So just I am loading those things. So acid base concept is very important because you have seen that we have wide range of the reactions which used to be catalyzed by acid or base. Okay, so there is a specific class, and specific class can be put into a category known to be a acid, or there is another class which can be put into the category of base. Okay, so you have to have the different types of the situation which used to explain that certain compound can be categorized as acid, or certain moiety can be categorized as a base. Okay, so we have to look into those aspects, and that is a very important component. Just wait, I am just loading the file. So dear students, in the previous topics, you must go through the preparation, synthesis, applications. So these are the main component of the course, especially silicons, silicates, and you have different types of the other applications, just like phosphogene, borazine. So these molecules should be studied properly and thoroughly. Okay, and whenever you look into such type of the molecule, application is a very important part and very important component. So that should not be ignored, that should be keep as such in your mind for the purpose of defining the things. So now I'm just sharing the slides. Before we move into the next component, we must have some poll regarding the previous topics which we have studied so far. Okay, which of the following inorganic substance in drug delivery system. Okay, so we have wide range of the molecule which can be explored for this purpose. So which may be the most plausible compound is supposed to be explored for this purpose. So just respond to the given pool question. So correct answer is your the second option, that is phosphogene based compounds are heavily exploited for the purpose of putting as a material which can be explored for the purpose of the application in medical science. Okay, so you can have wide range of the application which can be used for this special material. Okay, so when you look into the issue of this phosphogene molecules, so this can be explored for wide range of applications, and these applications vary from one domain to the another domain. Okay, so you can have a wide range of application of these materials which are known to be very important when we look into the specific application of such type of the material. So you can have the wide range of application. Similar to this, you can have the application in other fields also. So this is one question which you can have in your examination. And in a similar way, you can just look into the different aspect also. If you have the, just wait, I'm just looking into it. Okay, so there is some technical point that should be mentioned here. So the correct answer is the second option for the given pool question. Okay, so this is how you can have the different aspect of the application of the phosphogene molecules. Okay, so this is the correct answer. So in a similar fashion, you can have the another question which can be related to the a molecule which seems to be a molecule of paramount importance. Which of the which of the following molecule exhibit similarity with benzene? Okay, so which of the most plausible compound you may have? So it may be the compounds of certain complex structure. So you have various structural aspect which may be seen. There are certain molecules which used to exhibit this type of the phosphor. So just what may be the most plausible material you can have where you can get the. So just respond to the given pool question. So respond accordingly. You have the given pool question. Just put your comment. We have certain. So the correct answer is boragine. Okay. So when you look into the wide application of such molecules, you can have the situation which can explain that what may be the most plausible compound which seems to be providing certain aspect of the application which matches with that of the benzene. Okay. So this is a very important aspect. So it seems that inorganic compounds also have the wide application when we look into the application spectra. Okay, so you must know about the synthesis, how you can synthesize these molecules. Okay, so that is another important aspect that should be in your mind when you have the synthesis of such type of the molecules. Now, similarly, one can ask you which of the following substrate, which of the following reactant can be used. So I'm just listing certain molecule. So we are preparing the molecule, that is borazine, by various methods. Okay. So we are exploring the boron containing compounds for the borazine synthesis. So what may be the most plausible uh, way that we can have different status. So you should aware of the substrate which can be explored for the purpose of the uh, purpose to find out the substrates. So these substrates are uh, conducive for the formation of the molecule, that is borazine. Okay. So in a similar fashion, when we look into the broader spectra, there will be a wide range of applied chemicals which can be explored for surface coatings, just like your borazine. Borazine has been used in certain ceramics formation. So everyone. Okay, that was borazine. Okay, diborane was the correct answer for the last previous question. Okay, diborane is the correct answer because if you have a synthesis which has a molecule which contains the boron, so naturally you should have the that tendency that it can form the complex in that way, so that you can have the final product as a borazine. So you have to have the situation where diboranes can be used for the purpose of synthesizing this compound. Okay. Now looking into the issue of the another content for this course, that is your uh, acid base concept. Okay. So I'm just moving to that concept, which is very important. As a chemist, we are talking about so many things, and acid and bases are the one of the most important molecules which has been explored for a wide range of applications. Okay, so you have to have the situation where you can explore these molecules, but before that, you should uh, but you should know about the basic concept of that all the issues, that what may be the acid, what may be the basis. Okay, so we have to have the situation which explain these molecule as acid and base. Okay, so you have to have the situation. So that is why you have to look into the just wait. So I'm just moving to that aspect by sharing the slides with you. Okay, so when we look into the component, that what may be the component which may be defined as acid or base. Okay, so the concept of acid and base was not a new one, but it was initiated by Arrhenius, a Swedish scientist who put certain substances to be categorized as acid or base. Okay, so we have to rely on those concepts, and those concepts with the passage of time gradually uh, come into play with the certain other additional concept which used to explain that it is not fixed definition. You cannot have the acid and base which is only defined by the Arrhenius concept. You have to have some other concept also which will try to explain other molecules which may act as an acid or base. So Swedish scientist Arrhenius defined acid as a substance that increases the hydrogen ion concentration of water when it dissolves in water. Okay, so he start putting the definition of the acid and base in terms of the concentration which increase in water of the H positive. Okay, so these protons go into the form of hydronium ion by combining with water. Okay, so when you look into the any acid which used to furnish the positive ion, okay, so this positive ion will not remain as such, but it is going to form the hydronium ion. So you will have the formation of this species. So you will not find this type of the isolated species in water, but it will exist in the hydronium form. Okay. Similarly, Arrhenius defined the bases that state that the bases are the substances that when dissolved in water increase the concentration of OH negative ion. Okay. OH negative ion means if you add certain substance into water, so it is going to furnish OH hydroxyl ion in the water or in the ecosystem. Okay, so this is to be taken into account when we look into the main important issue. Okay, so when you look into the concept of this Arrhenius concept of acid and base, there are certain merits and certain disadvantage or limitations of this concept which used to explain that certain substances can be explained as a base and certain cannot be put into as an acid or base on the basis of this concept. Okay, so because of these limitations, okay, we have to have the situation where you can put certain characteristics of the substance as an acid and base on the basis of Arrhenius concept, but there are certain substances which cannot be put in this category. Okay, so you have to have a certain requirement of the substance which can be categorized by the Arrhenius concept. There are certain concept which used to define certain molecules as a acid and base by some other concept. Okay, so you look into this merit of this theory. So this theory successfully tried to explain the reaction between acid and bases that yield salt and water. Okay, so acid and base reactions where you have one acid, another base. Okay, so it can be explained to give explanation how salt is formed and how there is a formation of the water molecules. Okay, so this is very appropriate concept which used to produce or give the explanation regarding this concept. Okay, an important limitation of the Arrhenius definition of acid and base is that it fails to explain how the substance which lacks the hydronium ion, okay, form the basic solution when it dissolved in water. Okay, so you have to have only stick to this aspect that there should be liberation of hydroxyl ion. Okay, as per this definition, but there are certain solutions which seems to be a basic in nature. Okay, but they are not going to form this type of the characteristic species in the water. So how you can put such type of this substance in the category of base as per this definition? So this is one of the limitations you can have. Okay, so with the passage of time, the another concept come into play, that is a Bronsted concept of acid and bases. Okay, as per this concept, the acid defined as a donor of proton. Okay, so they define the acid as a donor of proton and bases as the acceptor of proton. Okay, or you can say acceptor of H positive ion as per the theory of this Bronsted law, which used to explain the acid base concept. Okay, so acid Bronsted acid undergo dissociation to yield proton and therefore increase the concentration of the H positive ion in the solution. Okay, so when you look into the basis, so on the other hand, the Bronsted concept accept the proton from the water to yield the hydroxyl ion. Okay, so if there is a water, okay, it will extract this H from the water, OH. So you will have the formation of this one. Okay, so you can consider that there is a acceptance of the water aspect is coming into play, and on the basis of proton gain on loss you can define the acid and base as per the Bronsted concept of acid and bases. Okay, so these are the basic theories you have been going through when we look into the aspect of the acid and base theory. Okay, so advantage of Bronsted concept definition of acid and bases is its ability to explain the acidic and basic nature of the ionic species. Excuse me. So this is a very good concept which used to provide a rational explanation for the acid and basic nature of the ionic species present in the solution. Okay, so an important limitations which is adhere with this concept, that it fails to explain that the species which lacks the hydrogen still exhibit the acidic character. Okay, just like your Lewis acid. Okay, so you can just see that boron fluorides, you have the aluminum compound which contain the halides. Okay, so these chlorides and fluorides, though these are acidic in nature, but their acidic character is not explained by the Bronsted concept of acid and base. So this is one of the limitations. This is because they lack the presence of hydrogen. Okay, So we are using this hydrogen as acceptor and donor in order to explain acid and base. Okay. So looking into this aspect, we can have the explanation of different. So I'm just pulling one question, which of the following. So just wait. I'm just pulling one question. Just wait. Just wait. So this is your question. Just look into the question and respond. Which of the following is seems to be a different? Just look into the aspect or the content or the statements given by these different concepts in order to explain the basic nature of the molecule as a acid and base. Okay. So dear students, just respond to the given pool question. So we have been explaining that we have certain molecules which seems to be a different, and these molecules are different because of the simple nature, and all the concept cannot explain all types of the behavior of the molecule as acid and base. Okay, so we have to look into the other concept which used to explain the behavior of a substance which can be categorized as acid and base. Okay, so just only a few students are responding to the given pool question. So you, this is a very simple, although slide has reflected the same statement on the bb interface. So the molecule which lacks the presence of hydrogen in its molecular sphere, okay, that are different, that is a different one. So that type of the species cannot be defined as per this Bronsted concept as acid. So you can have the other two initial molecules which contain the hydrogen component in its molecular structure can be defined as the Bronsted acid as per the Bronsted concept. Okay, so you can see from here. So the last option is the correct option for the given pool question. Okay, so this is the aspect that you should aware of, that what are the different types of the concept that can be applied for the uh, categorization of a species as a acid and base. Okay, so there is, after that there is a emergence of some other concept, and that concept is a Lewis concept. Okay, Lewis provide the basis which can include those molecules as acid, can be classified as acid which lacks the hydrogen. Okay, so as per the definition of Lewis, acid is that species. So it was, I have just shown you the answer. It was the last option, okay, where there is a absence of hydrogen. Okay, so that category cannot be categorized by this Bronsted concept as a acid, whereas it can be classified as acid by Lewis concept. Okay, so Lewis defined that the species which contain a vacant orbital and therefore have ability to accept the electrons as an acid. Okay, So he's tried to put the definition in this aspect to explain the acid and base concept. Okay. A Lewis base is a species that holds a lone electron of a lone pair of electrons and can therefore be act as a समझ नहीं आया sir. Which concept you are be yes sir. What I am saying, my question is like this: which of the following substance is is not defined as an acid as per the Bronsted concept? Okay, so you have three options. One option was a HCl. Okay, so HCl has hydrogen. Okay, so hydrogen, if there is a presence of hydrogen, okay, yeah, this is acid. I am talking about the concept. I am not talking about the acid or base as such. I am talking about the acid which is defined by the Bronsted concept. Okay, so you should not confuse uh, in terms of acid and base. I am just defining the acid in terms of the concept. Some concept try to put the okay, some concept try to put the substance as acid, whereas the other concept reject because it has certain limitations. It defines acid and bases on certain aspect. Okay, so Bronsted put the statement that acid and base can be defined on the basis of the presence of hydrogen. Okay, so one is accepting the hydrogen, another is donating the hydrogen. Okay, so if you have the molecules which has hydrogen, okay, either by acceptance or donation, so then you can have the tendency to explain the acid and base concept. Okay, but in this case of this fluoride, okay, there is absence of hydrogen, so you cannot explain that acidic character of that species by Bronsted concept. Okay, so that was the question. Okay, so the Lewis concept is another concept which try to explain this aspect. Okay, so as per the definition, you have to have the vacant orbital. Therefore, this will define the ability of accepting of the or accepting the electron. Okay, whereas the base is a species that hold the lone pair of electron and therefore act as an electron pair donor. Okay, so this is the definition of base. It acts as a electron pair donor. It try to donate its electron for binding. Okay. Similarly, this acid try to accept the electron pair. So here the definition is on the basis of electron acceptance and electron donation. Okay, so this theory does not involve any hydrogen atom in its definition of acid and base. Okay, so Lewis acids are electrophilic, means they love electrons. Okay, that is why they are known to be electron acceptors in nature, whereas the Lewis bases are nucleophilic, means they love positive charge. So you can have a number of the acids, Lewis acids. Okay, just like copper 2, this is fluoride which we are talking about. You have iron 3. All these are the example of Lewis acid. Okay, similarly you have the example of Lewis bases just like fluoride ion, you have ammonia, you have ethylene. All these can be explained on the basis of the definition where you have the tendency uh, to donate the electron pair. Okay, so that is the main important aspect that you should aware of. So there are, that is why I'm saying that we require different concept in order to explain acidic character or basic character of the substance. So you will find that a single concept in some cases fails to explain the substance to be act as acid and base. Okay, so this is regarding the Lewis concept. Okay, so Lewis concept of acid and base. Lewis acid accept an electron pair from Lewis base. Okay, when there is a neutralization reaction, by forming certain coordination bonding in the process. Okay, it is not like that that you may have the neutralization reaction as such. You can have reaction between acid and base, but in addition to those reactions, there may be some other reactions where the Lewis acid react with the Lewis base through the formation of coordination bond, which is a type of the covalent bond. Okay, resulting in the formation of Lewis adduct. Okay, so the advantage of this concept is that many compounds can be defined as acid and base by it. However, it offers little insight into the strength of the basicity and acidity of the particular substance. So it is explained the concept, but it has little to do with the relative strength of acid and base, how much a particular acid is strong or weak. So it put little, or you can say lesser light on that aspect. Okay. So another disadvantage is that it fails to explain acid-base reaction that do not involve the formation of the coordinate chemical bond. Okay, so it is saying that this is happening here, and when they react with the counterpart, acid react with the Lewis acid react with the Lewis base, so it is taking place through the coordination covalent bond, but it cannot explain the reactions where this bond is not forming. So this is one of the limitations. So that is why I am again and again saying that we have to have these concept, and these concept has to be applied at certain point of time. One concept cannot define every molecule as acid and base, but we have to rely on different types of the concept in order to explain its nature as acid and base. Okay, so you can have a wide range of application of acid. Okay, as I have explained why we are talking about acid base like that. Okay, being a chemist, we are exploring these moieties, these entity everywhere in our laboratory for various synthetic purpose. Similarly, the industry has been exploring these molecules for their wide range of commercial purposes. Okay, just like you have in your kitchen, you used to have vinegar. Okay, this is nothing but a dilute solution of acetic acid. Okay, so you have wide range of household applications. So it is used as a food preservative. So you have various pickles where you use this vinegar. Citric acid is the integral part of the lemon juice. This is also acid. Orange juice, so it can be used as a preservative for food. Sulfuric acid, okay, H2SO4 is widely used in batteries. Okay, batteries that's used to start the engines of automobile. Okay, so you have wide range of application of this sulfuric acid. Industrial production of explosive dyes, paint, fertilizer. Okay, use the specific acid just like sulfuric acid and nitric acid. Okay, similarly, you have been consuming a wide range of soft drinks. So these drinks also have the certain amount of acid, that is a phosphoric acid is present as an integral part of many soft drinks. Okay, so in your sphere, around your sphere, you will have a wide range of ingredients which may have some sort of acid. Okay, so manufacturing of soap, paper. Okay, all these involves the bases, just like your sodium hydroxide. It is also used in the manufacturing of rayon. Okay, this is a type of the polymer. We used to have the synthetic aspect uh, can be explored by having such materials. So in such situation, we used to have the application of certain bases, just like your sodium hydroxide. Okay, so calcium hydroxide is also known as state lamp, or the calcium hydroxide is used for the manufacturing of bleaching powder. So this hydroxide is generally a base. Okay, so we are talking about the uses of bases. Dry mixture uses in paints and decorations are made up with the help of calcium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide is also known as a milk of magnesia. Okay, so it is commonly used as a lactic, laxative. It is also reduce an excess acidity in the human stomach. Okay, and therefore used as an anti-acid. Okay, so this species is anti-acid in nature. So we used to have this species when you have increase in the acidity level in your stomach. You used to consume this substance. Okay, so ammonium hydroxide is another base which is very important reagent in laboratory, and excess acidity in soil can be neutralized by employing the calcium lime, that is calcium hydroxide. So if you have the soil which has excessive acidity, means the pH of the soil is very low. Okay, means the nature of the soil is acidic, then you can neutralize that aspect by adding the base. Okay, so mostly the calcium hydroxide is added to the system. So these are the some of the application you will have because of these. Uh, these are the some of the application you can have, but we have a wide range of application. All those application I cannot put here, but my purpose is to give you a light on the aspect that why these are important, and the basic applications you can have in your kitchen, in your articles which you are using, varying from the soil to the soap to the dyes to the fertilizer. Okay, so everywhere you can find the wide range of application of this molecule. Okay, so you have to have the situation which can explain that how you can have the application of these compounds. So in coming lecture, we will just discuss the hard soft acid base concept and its application. So we just today have a close look of different concept which people use to apply in order to explain the substances as a acid and base. Okay, on the basis of certain consideration, which is stick with that particular concept. Okay, so this is all about today's lecture. If you have any problem, you can just put your comments in the chat box. If you want to ask something related to the this concept, if you have some query, you can just put your query in the given chat box. So dear students, thank you to all of you for this wonderful session. We have discussion on the same aspect in coming lecture. Thank you to all of you.